Hey, and welcome to Neverwinter with Arrogant. So there's been somewhat of a patch today, at least after this maintenance, and we should see a fix to these Knox boxes. You shouldn't be able to claim more than your 5 from the Reclaims tab, and you should also be able to jump to the Wondrous Bazaar and now properly be able to trade in those promissory notes along with buying them with just Astral Diamonds there. You can see I bought one. I can buy another, a third, a fourth, a fifth. However, you will run into a limit of 5 per account per week. So that is now properly in effect. You're no longer going to be stuck at not being able to buy them anymore after, let's say, claiming the ones for free and also trading in one of your promissory notes, which is also fixed. You should now actually be able to trade in up to 3 of those promissory notes. You should be able to trade in 2 more. That was 2 there, and it seems the week has reset and we can actually trade in our full 3, even though we have traded in 1 earlier, but that was last week. So that's neat. However, the issue is that these Knox boxes are leaving us this Thursday, December the 2nd. So you're fairly limited then to the boxes we can obtain. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any compensation in regards to that. There have definitely been people banned for claiming multiple of these. You were able to go to the claims valuable section and infinitely claim those Knox boxes. I did report it before this went live as I was checking it out at the preview, but unfortunately they didn't get to react quickly enough in time, and it's unfortunate. It is a bit greedy when you do go and abuse a system like that. That clearly has been said. You should only be able to claim 5. You were getting error messages after you have claimed them, but you were still infinitely being able to claim more and more of those Knox boxes. Now, along with this patch, there's been a pretty big rework, or I guess bug fixes, to the advanced dungeon Castle Ravenloft. And in my opinion, this has been long overdue. My oh my, and it seems to be only procking up because people complaining of having to actually complete the dungeon in the Reaper's Challenge. When you get your Castle Ravenloft, you have your certain conditions set there, and you'll jump in, and this initial boss fight can be such a pain in the ass. Those Sisters of Strahd. First thing you may have noticed if you were ever running it, that those sisters didn't really pay attention to the tank's aggro and would just attack pretty much anybody. You might be the one who picks up the book and has to lure away those ghost sisters, and the sister will just come and hunt you down and attack you. The problem again here is that when she attacks you, she gives you a stack, and when you reach 10 of those stacks, the next time she hits you, she deals like 200 billion damage and you're dead, even if you're a tank. What you have to do is you have to either immunity frame that exact hit that's going to proc off those stacks, or you just hold up your shield for that period while you have 10 stacks, and as a tank that's very easy to do. So they've made multiple fixes to this fight itself. Sisters in spectral form should now become active more quickly once the tome becomes active, meaning they won't just stand around there and do nothing. They fixed apparently an issue where the sisters would attack a target that wasn't at the top of their threat list. Hopefully this solves this aggro issue, and the tank should properly be able to take the aggro of those sisters. They fixed an issue with Chains of Spite where it would sometimes activate long after the dialogue for the attack would play. So this was those chains, and then whoever hit the sister would damage the person who had the chain that was connected to her. They've also significantly reduced the health of these sisters, so you should be able to burn them down much quicker, and they've significantly increased the damage of each sister, so just be a little bit more careful there, and ideally the tank would have the aggro and be taking those hits. I've been tanking the sisters and I can definitely tell you their damage is pretty next to nothing, unless of course you fail to block those 10 stacks, then you're dead. Now there is a mechanic, you might not know it, where these ads will appear, these blood crazed spawn, and they should now actually be able to properly spawn. However, they have reduced the frequency at which they do spawn when they do so, and reduced the rank of them, so they'll be a little bit easier to kill. Then these pools of decay, you'll see those big red blood pools, will now probably have a chance of targeting the pool at a specific player's location. rather than just putting them all around everybody and then you don't really have to move. Now you might get like paralyzed for a certain period of time where you turn into a paranoid delusion, and this should only take 6 seconds of a duration rather than just 8. The damage of those clones has been increased, their hit points has been decreased, and they can now actually target the person who's holding the tome, the book. And this paranoid delusion effect was also able to target the person who had blood flight, which was those bats, and it could kill you then if you're just standing there and also being paralyzed by this paranoid delusions, these clones. And very neatly, those bat swarms can't actually target the person who's holding the book. And finally, the damage of the pools of decay and also those bats was reduced in relation to the overall damage increase. And that is really it. Hopefully, Castle Ravenloft, the first boss, the sisters, should go a little bit more smoothly the next time you want to face that dungeon. It's definitely one of those challenging dungeons out there, and it's one of the ones that can appear when you want to do your random dungeon queue, your advanced one, and getting to know exactly how to beat this dungeon is key. So I have made videos in the past on this dungeon itself, and you can feel free to go and search those on my channel, or I might just leave a link in the description as it's relevant to this video. So that is going to conclude this video. Again, I'd like to give a massive thank you to all of my channel members for helping me keep my channel going, and if I presented this well, consider leaving the video a like. If you're new around here, consider subscribing. See you guys around. Goodbye for now.